job.
One job.
One job, right. Let's see what happens here. So we are now streaming. Hopefully this all works because I have not a laptop to fix anything.
Oh dear.
Fingers crossed.
As long as the audio's alright then.
Oh, we're live.
We're live to Twitch.
We're live to Twitch, yeah.
No, not live to the... Well, according to this, we are live on nerds.com, but nothing's coming through on the... When I click on it. There we go. According to this, we are live on... There we go.
Oh, that was an echo.
Marvellous.
There you go.
Marvellous. Echo, Eckhart. Good evening, I'm the Suffolk Graham.
I'm bad.
Same old.
Skazz, yes.
She's throwing my rhythm. We're
on an episode.
Welcome to episode 134
Jesus.
of the Round Nerds podcast. We have a long forgotten nerd.
Yeah, I've risen from the dead again.
Damn it, stop ruining those graves. I spent a lot of time working on those. I've got awards, mate.
You know,
I'm winning
we'll have
competitions.
to-
Either that or stop dying.
We've got to send our award back. I've had the message. I've already had the text message through about
It's
that.
going to cost us a fortune.
Rise from your grave.
Fucking.
And we also have Zaber, who is
Import
flown.
load.
He's flown in especially for this podcast.
Yes.
He heard I'd
came
come
on
back, you know. It's like, can't blame the dude.
We're getting the band back together.
We're all over here to do this podcast.
Oh, we might be sort of grave out for him next.
Yeah.
Get on the
Still
scale.
coronavirus.
It's all the...
It's all the cold owners I drank today.
Yeah, it's all the stuff.
All those cheap Chinese beer.
Yeah, it was indeed. So, here we are. Foursome today. Busy day.
Ooh, wow.
Skazz, you said you were going to reveal all.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, yeah. So today's my wedding day.
Yay!
Hey.
And it's just a bonus that Sabre was here for that as well.
Yeah. Well, I was late.
It was quite a...
Well, to be fair, we all had the issue. We went to the red place that said registry office.
And that wasn't the
that
place
wasn't
we
the
all had to be
that
at.
wasn't the registry
Well,
office.
because here's the trick, right? When we initially had to fill in the paperwork for it, we had to do it down in that little registry office building, right? But then they said to us, you're going to have to come back on the day of the wedding to finalise the paperwork. Then we'll all go over and do the ceremony thing, right?
The ceremony thing.
We all
That
had
thing,
that
that
no,
thing.
You know the thing that you want to do because you want to be together or something
Sacrifice a virgin.
like that?
you
Yeah,
know.
that. Find any of those in Lowestoft, Christ. Like the only way you're going to get them is if you import them from, like, I don't know, some war-torn, fucked up place. But
No.
So not Lowestoft then.
no, you'd be more likely to find one in Yarko. But we ended up. We went to go to the registry office. No, everyone, come over here. It's like, make up your fucking minds. So
Because everybody had part at the registry
yeah,
office.
that was it. So then we all started to try and bundle over. Who got to the place first? You or the photographer?
The Chalky was first.
Alright.
He was outside. He got there at 9:30.
Wow.
I didn't turn up about quarter to... No, actually got there early now because I got... He said he'd been there about half an hour, so I must go about 9:15. I got there about 22 and saw him sat there in the rain. I thought, I know him. I recognise him.
I know that guy.
And I thought, oh, it's Chalky. I just remember I said, do you want to get in my warm car? And he said, yes. I thought, that's never worked before. So he got in the car. Then I started to reverse to a parking space. This other car coming behind us. And I started to reverse back. Obviously, quite a bit of a gap because there's like a little set of parking spaces near the office, and there's like a main car park.
Yeah.
As I'm reversing back, there's also a bit of gap created. So this guy decides to go for it. I didn't at the same time realise the space I'm reversing into is disabled, so I can't park there. So I put
It's
my
a
first.
disabled parking space.
So
you
I
cannot park
no.
there.
So I put myself back into first, stopped to pull forward. As he's pulling forward, we nearly smash into each other.
So you had to find an enabled
What would have
parking
happened if
space.
you just smashed into each other and one of you got crippled? Then could they take the disabled place?
No, because it's still a disabled
It was too
parking
low
space.
speed for that.
It's
That
not
wasn't going to
enabled.
happen.
You cannot.
It would have been
park
awkward because that
when
wasn't.
something that's disabled. It's
Yeah.
off.
It wouldn't have worked because unfortunately it would have
So
been
the
awkward.
disabled space is in itself disabled.
Yeah, you just
Right.
that's what I'm saying, man. You just can't use it because it's turned off. That's why it's a disabled parking space.
Yeah.
Like
Not enabled.
disabled parking space.
Exactly.
Doesn't that make it an enabled space? If it's disabled,
Oh yeah,
disabled.
because it's double.
It's
isn't
double.
It? Yeah.
It's double negative.
Damn it. Well then maybe you can park there. Don't worry about having a badge. Just park there.
Anyway, I nearly crashed into the wedding photographer.
Excellent.
Well, no. He nearly crashed. Yes, he nearly crashed into me.
Because nothing's my fault.
No, well, no. He tried to get through a gap that wasn't quite big enough yet. He tried to get through a gap. It wasn't. He wasn't quite big enough. He just tried to zoom in.
Did you tell him
instead of
invite him
waiting.
into a warm car before this happened?
No, going into the warm car situation. Then I just said that we also had waiting for people to turn up, and then all of a sudden everybody just ran off to the other place. Like, oh,
You like that?
yeah.
Bye.
Zaber's gone. Right, gone for this. Well, he was going to be our first talker. So he's ruined the whole thing already.
I just need my drink.
We need a drink.
I need my drink.
I need my drink.
Right.
But,
So yeah.
yeah, that was the groove. It was the wedding day, the secret wedding day that no one was supposed to find out about until. Yeah. And then Inky accidentally blurted it out on stream the other day, and
Here we are.
Here we are. How does it feel to have a ball and chain around your ankle now?
exactly the same as before, but fuck, it was funny because she almost knocked me out twice, pulling me through a door. It's like, I'm thinking, honey, you can go first. She just fucking yanks me through the fucking door. It's like, okay, whee! I'm just being led on this one.
What I found out the best about this whole thing that you told me this afternoon, is your children aren't yours anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. So I don't understand how this works exactly, but for some reason, because my wife and I already have 2 children, bastards, right? I love them.
That's technically accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
this it is.
They were born next city over. And so if we want to change their paperwork, we have to go to where they were born. This is
Not
a bit
going
of
a
Jesus-
pilgrimage.
Yeah, this is a Jesus scenario right now, right? So, but
What,
because
as in, you're not the dad?
no, I'm not anymore.
Oh, it's definitely not a Jesus scenario.
They're
You're
in-
fine.
More concerning, Gina isn't the mother.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. They're in limbo right now.
So these children weren't born via a virgin, they were just puffed into existence.
They spawned.
According to the government now, yes, because the 2 people that actually conceived the fuckers don't exist anymore.
Are they like orcs? Do they come from mushrooms?
Possibly.
Yes.
Potentially at this point. So because when they were first registered, we weren't married. Gravy. Now that we're married and our names have changed, the children don't actually legally belong to anyone. I was like, but hang on a minute. Now that we're married, we share because the children actually share the surname that my wife and I have just adopted,
Right.
or that we've just taken on. So it's like, but we've all got the same fucking surname now. So yeah, but they still don't belong to you. You got to sign on the line again to make sure they're yours. It's like,
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
pretty sure they're
That's
still
marvellous.
mine.
So fucking dumb.
That is brilliant British red tape at its finest, isn't it? Your children don't exist anymore.
That's what someone said.
They will only exist when you sign this paper.
It's like, well, fuck it then. I'm going to take a week off.
I can erase myself from existence just by removing my name on the paper. Hell yeah, I'm going for it. I don't exist, you can't do anything.
Screw you, tax man.
Does that happen a lot over here then?
Oh yeah.
No. In the sense that
What, children
let's say
disappearing? Yes.
No, in the sense that 2 parents
Well,
have kids,
okay,
they
so-
get divorced.
No,
The
so-
other part gets married
So,
again.
That's the
takes another
point.
name.
Do the children
No
no
more
longer
child
exist
support.
when you get divorced?
No. But here's the
That's
other
weird,
trick
isn't
though.
it?
If see, because the interesting thing for this is that Inky's actually adopted.
Okay.
So when her parents got so her mum is her biological mum, and her dad is her stepdad, right?
Oh.
But her stepdad marries her mum, but then in doing so says, I'm going to adopt Inky. And then it goes, okay, now Inky doesn't actually belong to anyone again. And so, so Inky was then stuck in limbo for a few months where she had to go and live with her grandparents. Because she didn't
That's me in limbo.
she wasn't actually legally allowed to be with...
What?
Yeah, it was...
Technically, her grandparents aren't her grandparents either.
It's a
then,
little-
like-
but
That's
that
a good. That's a very
that was
good
that was the
point.
weird thing.
That's a
because
very good point.
Well, no, she was effectively put in care. They would have put her in. So that
What?
was,
So we'll send you in care to this person who is the parent of your parent, who's completely just taking them by random.
but that's the groove. That is how weird the system is. So yeah, like maybe not if they get divorced, but if like something weird like that happens, then
Yeah, but technically, let's say someone gets divorced,
Yeah.
gets remarried. One of them 2 parents gets remarried, change their name. Does the first person that didn't get remarried then not have to pay child support anymore?
well, that's starting to get creepy.
No
now.
point to exception.
Exactly. Food for thought. Because technically,
Child cannot be set to reference to this object.
If the kid's stuck in limbo, it's stuck in limbo.
Yeah.
Make a mental note of this. How to put bad bastards back in limbo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's free
Why
of charge. by the way.
is that? Yeah. I've just looked up at your screen and Inky's got a chicken as an icon.
Yeah.
Just
a giant cock.
No, it's not. It's definitely a hen. Just an observation. I just saw there's a chicken. That's not. It's just an observation. It wasn't anything relevant.
After your conversation on poultry earlier, this is interesting.
Yeah, good.
There you go.
Nick hates
So,
poultry.
I actually despise poultry. I like eating them.
You just don't like having to look
No,
after
because they're
them.
stupid. The poultry just don't have any sort of role to exist.
NPCs of the animal world.
Yeah. If the poultry could be put into limbo and then exist when it goes to the KFC factory,
I was gonna say, what you're
that would
saying is
be
if
marvellous.
If we can, like, I don't know, adopt them or get married, then the chickens they're not there until we need them.
Yeah.
Is that when we just walk to
Hang
the...
about, weren't there a game in the 90s called Chicken Limbo? I'm pretty certain there was. Nick's just recreated it.
There we go.
Now we know how the story worked.
Yeah.
It's like a limbo game with chicken. I remember it. It was awful. I played it when I was a child. Forced to for hours on end.
I don't think their legs would allow that to happen. I don't think their knees don't bend the right way. That's
Well,
why.
then they're just really not very good at it.
No, they'd be
We need to
terrible.
breed chickens to do this.
There you go.
Yeah, their knees go.
Sequel to Space
This long-
Barbarian,
this
the
is a
spin-off
long-legged
Limbo
chicken.
Chicken.
Their knees go up.
Obviously, not an ostrich. It's a long-legged chicken.
This is why saying their knees go the opposite way, like the Boston Lego Spots robots, meaning their knees the wrong way round.
There you go.
Like the robot from RoboCop, Chicken Walker. RB. Does it RB?
Oh god, yeah.
Another one you're on about.
RB
Ed
209.
209.
Ed 209, that's it. Yeah, they're chicken walkers. Their legs are the wrong way round. That's another
And that's why they
terrifying
can't
image.
climb stairs. I make
Why,
weird hyena noises when they fall downstairs.
why are they torturing the child?
Because reasons.
He's got just badges on his head. He's fine.
They're all wired together.
Long-legged chicken do exist though.
Long-legged chicken. Well, yeah, I suppose.
Ostrich.
That's not a chicken. Different species.
Looks like a chicken.
No, it doesn't look like a chicken.
Ostriches, flamingos, and emus.
Lays
All the
eggs.
same thing.
Yeah, all birds.
Well,
like
exactly
they
the
say.
same.
Yeah. Does it lay?
Seagulls, hawks.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Peacock.
Chicken.
Yeah.
weird coloured
Most
chickens.
reptiles as well.
What's up with that defective chicken? I want a discount bucket of chicken if that's what you're giving me, man.
By that logic though, that's like saying all everything out there is technically a sheep because they're all laid out the same way because they're all mammals.
Oh, you'd love that if everything was a sheep. Sheep world.
Sheep world. No longer technicality.
I'm just thinking back to like cavemen with Kentucky Fried T-Rexes. And
No,
Me and Dawn
maybe
used
the
to have
creationist
thing.
world.
You know, Fantasy Star Online, you're on the planet Ragdoll. We're like, oh yeah, we're rocking. The only reason you're going back down to the planet to kill everything is so that you can, we can feed the planet. We're going to Ragdoll fried wildlife, and we're going to get some deep fried rabbit on a stick.
sounds good to me.
He's off again. This is lack of dedication.
Locked out.
Oh really?
Oh, marvellous! I thought she went. I love she checked his Zaber rather than you because you knew you were a lost cause.
I don't know where my phone's at.
We'll check mine just in case you missed me. That'd be funny.
Hang on. Hello.
No, he's not.
Oh, hang on. Are you guys streaming tonight? Yes. And she didn't message me. I'm disappointed now. Just married her and she's decided I'm not worth anything anymore.
She said I was the most likely to, jump out of my seat.
No,
Because
it's-
I was
to
close.
be
She's
fair,
like, oh.
that is totally true. The rest of us gone. Well, she'll have to wait, won't she? It's the podcast.
Podcast ain't done. Wait.
You gotta wait another 3 hours.
Well, I can't. I'm wedged
I had to
in.
wait
I
12
can't
years
get
for her
out.
to marry me. She's now gonna have to wait for me to finish this fucking podcast.
It's only fair, isn't it?
Yeah. Damn right priorities right now.
It's 12
Look,
years.
there'll be
To
an
12
Nolan
years.
paperwork on my desk by the morning.
It took 12 years to make you an honest man. Right.
Anyway,
shall we begin?
yes.
Right, so, games we've been playing, and we shall start with the guests. So, Bard.
Oh God.
Have you played anything?
It's been a while, hasn't it? This year, I think I've only played 3 games. I haven't played many others. What did I pick up? I picked up what we were talking about earlier, Sea of Thieves.
Yep.
So one you can talk about. I picked up. Oh, what was the other one called? It's completely gone out of my head.
That's a good game.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that
fantastic
one.
game. River City Girls. That was really good. Have you played that?
I want the follow-up to River City Ransom.
Yeah, River City Ransom, but with the roles are switched, where the girlfriends are saving the boyfriends instead of the other way round.
I wanted to get it on Nintendo Switch, but I just haven't had the game.
It's really fun, very good. And the other game I played was Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is a bit of a mixed bag, that one.
Right.
Kind of like a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate. Really
Is
good
it
game.
based on the tabletop system?
Yeah, based on the Pathfinder tabletop system. Really good game with some really, really, really glaring
Didn't
faults.
that go on sale recently? Like really,
Yeah,
really
I
low
think
in
it
price?
did, yeah. Because it got an update recently, so it went on sale.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. That's all I've been playing thus far. I mean, I don't know what... Well, we could talk about Sea of Thieves. Is this a game that you play as well?
I love Sea of Thieves.
I really enjoy it.
I just don't like Sea of Thieves when I have to play it solo. Or, right, have they fixed, because you've been playing it more recently than me,
Right.
have they fixed the annoying thing where, let's say you start a team with 2 players, so I start like a sloop,
Yeah.
right? Is there a way to go back to port and then upgrade to a galleon?
No, you
So
still have to
actually
log
still-
out and... Yeah, so if you've got a haul and someone else wants to join and you're on a sloop, tough luck. You've got to
No,
take that haul back and...
That's bullshit. That was my main complaint about that game after a while, was because every time we'd start, because obviously a lot of the quests are about 4 hours long, the main story quest, because you can't save, can you?
No.
When you start a quest, you have to see it through, and if you start and there's only 2 of you, or you're playing solo, because the smallest ship is a 2-person ship.
Sleep, yeah, 2-person sleep. There's a 2-person, a 3-person, and a 4-person.
Yeah. If any of your mates come along and go, hey, by the way, can we join? The answer is going to have to be no.
Got to do this mission first.
Yeah, I've got to finish this 4-hour quest
Yeah.
line.
Come
before-
back in 3 hours.
Yeah, basically. And then all of a sudden you get, 3.5 hours in and some fucker sinks you and you've lost everything that you've just gone and worked
I have
for.
to say, I've never gone 4 hours on a quest before, or even 2 hours. I think I've done most quests within an hour that I've played thus far.
No, for us it was the main story quest. We
Yeah.
had to find the so you had the book.
Yeah.
The book tells you to go.
I do most of those within an hour. I
Fair
guess it depends on how well good you follow the riddles and stuff. Really,
Yeah, sure, sure.
because that could be if you get lost with them, I can see how it might take a bit longer, and they can be quite tedious. But
I haven't played that game since it just came out.
all right,
Yeah, I played it for a couple of weeks.
a
And
lot
then,
has changed.
yeah. So maybe I need to try it again.
I think the most
I was
recent thing.
terrified Skazz were playing his copy of it.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm just going to wreck my sleep. I don't sink my ship. I love my ship. It's my baby.
They let me have a go.
Yeah, and my God, Rad's like, yeah, fuck it, mate. Woo! Spins
I
the wheel.
threaded the needle there, didn't I?
Yes, and I needed a clean pair of shorts afterwards.
Get that little
Not fun.
achievement, sink your ship and I'll play a ballad on it.
Because you have to get, unless when you have Pirate Kings, you have to get the 5 Pirate Kings to stand and play together.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I love the game, just it's that one little thing where you can't just upgrade.
The one thing I don't like is that you can't edit your character. I hate that. I hate that you have to pick a pre-generated character and you can't
Oh, at the start,
create your own.
yeah.
I picked a random one to begin with and I got to level 14 and I was still like, I don't like this, I'm going to change. And my mate's just going, you're mad. Why are you going back? You're going to have to level up again. I don't care, I'll just level up again.
Yeah.
I did. I got to 40, changed, then got back up to 40. But then they released that potion last week where it said,
there you go.
if you buy the potion you can re-roll for free. So,
Oh, god damn. God damn. I need to play it. I desperately need to play it more. I mean, I only got up to level 20, 25 for most stuff. But then, as I say, if you couldn't get a crew together, some of those missions were such a fucking slog.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of the boss fights took for fucking
I think the only boss fight I've run into that takes a while is Captain Briggsy. The gold part. Did you get the gold sword off of? Did you get that yet?
Oh, I can't remember.
I think it's the third mission. I think
Alright.
you all have to sort of pull in and fight together. That one's quite tough.
Is that the one on there's beach zombies everywhere?
Yeah, you have to go fight on an island, and then she keeps
Yeah,
summoning
that's the
them
one.
back up.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the only one that took a while. I've defeated her twice now, but
That
yeah,
was
she
a
can.
Bit of a grind to get
Funny
that
enough,
one
when I
done.
did it before, it took forever. When I did it with 2, it was much quicker. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's because they
I
make
think
her
it's
easier.
Skazz, yeah. We were because we did it with a team of 4.
Yeah.
And so it fucking took
Ages. Yeah, it took me ages when I did it before.
like we were launching onto the island, you'd see someone die, then you'd see them cannon off the ship back over to the fucking thing, back into the fight. She's like, oh, get down, and we all just hit the floor. So, oh, great.
The newest thing they've added now is there's rage chests. So you get chests that will gradually catch fire on your ship if you're not
great.
there to put them out.
Do you remember the, is it the Chest of Sorrow or whatever it is?
That's still there, yeah.
Fuck me, hearing that thing whine, I'm like, we're filling with water again, aren't we? Yep. How many of those sorrow chests have we got? 2.
Oh,
Get them
shit.
off the fucking boat now. They're
I've never had more than one on my ship, so...
They're a bit of a nightmare because we picked up from other players.
Yeah.
Just go walk the dog.
Okay. Marvellous.
Yeah, I just thought better know if there's a flare in the sky.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Stupid chests. Can't.
Frying chests.
Honestly, they have to change that drop in, drop out mechanic.
Yeah,
I
I
absolutely
think so.
fucking hate that.
Yeah, she'd be able to go to port and then talk to the docks guy.
Yeah,
and
and
go,
sell
I need a
it
big
like-
ship.
Yeah. I understand, like, some people say, well, that's really unfair, because then, because the idea is they balance it so that, like, you can only have, like, a handful of galleons per server, and but
Yeah.
there's a max number of whatever ship you can have per instance. But
That's probably why.
Presumably,
then.
though,
Yeah.
there's I like presuming the ships that held more people. Are they presumably harder to pilot by yourself, so your team? So you could argue that it's balanced in a way that if you had a 4-person galleon, there's only 2 of you. It's hard to pilot there's 2 of you, but if people drop in, there's now a 4-person crew. It's balanced itself out.
I mean, yeah, but we can, if you start the game on a galleon, you can rock around with a galleon. You can actually just choose to have a galleon right at the start.
Oh, okay.
But then you have to sail it solo. It's slow, it's cumbersome. You're not going to get anywhere anytime soon.
No.
I want to ask one question. What happens if someone gets disconnected? Let's
Then
say
you're basically stiffed at that point because you're down a crew member and you still need
Just
to
wait
get
for them
us
to
out.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they rejoin?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, they can be joined.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can join your game based on having you as a friend, usually.
But if
Well, I mean,
but the
it
trouble is you have to have a
doesn't
ship.
go. You now only got 2 players, so you're going to have your 2 players now. That slot remains open if they rejoin.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
That's not too
But
bad.
it's still a ball ache though, because if you've started on a smaller ship, you can't go up. But you
Yeah.
can start on the biggest ship and fill it. But then if you haven't got, let's say it's going to take 2 hours for your crew to get together, you're sailing around for 2 hours with maybe 1 or 2
Yeah.
people on a galleon. That's slow. It's painful.
It's a game that requires actually quite a bit of organisation
Yeah.
to achieve. Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is a
I mean,
nightmare
you need your
when.
4 guys to keep the galleon going. So there's 3 sails you've got to take care of on a galleon, and then like you got to have someone steering it. You got to have somebody up front, like making sure you're not crashing into things.
Yeah, multiple levels as
Yeah.
well if you need to do patchwork and that.
Yeah, sorting out the cannons and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot to take in, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I've never tried that game multiplayer. I only played solo.
I
Yes.
actually quite like rocking around solo. It's fun going around on the sloop on your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, don't get me wrong, it is.
Yeah.
But then when you get to like level 20, 25, and you go to do a single quest
Yeah.
and it's got like 4 or 5 different branches on it, you're like,
Oh, I never do the quests on my own. I just go in on my own to
just
walk
sail around.
around, pick some chests up or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
go fishing. You know,
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like, because if you go to like I don't know, I can't remember what they call it now, the gold hoarders or whatever, and
Yeah.
you take a quest from them. There used to be a single thing you had to go and do, like go get that quest. But all of a sudden, it's go get that quest, now solve this riddle,
I have to
now
admit,
go over
I
there.
never ever do quests. If I go in on my own, I island hop, and I very often will just find shit and take it back with me and make a fair, decent
Yeah.
amount of coin just on my own, which is fun. Like I
Yeah.
like doing that. That's the
I
best
do
way
like-
to play it, solo.
I still like just sailing around, just dicking about, just absorbing the atmosphere kind of thing, because that game is
Very
beautiful.
atmospheric. Yeah,
And
lovely
it
game.
sounds great and just. But it's a nightmare when you want to play it with your mates.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a great game to play with your mates. It's really hard to get everyone
For
together.
me, it needs a character editor. They've got to put a character editor in.
Yeah.
I want to make my own characters. I don't want to have to select some crappy menu character. Like, because if you want a specific look, it means you sat there forever, re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling. It's like, nah, I can't be dealing with that.
No, I just ended up picking the skinniest looking motherfucker I could and then just went with that. You know.
Quite wrapped.
I think DeWald was a fat chick at one point or something like that.
Awesome.
Well, now you can change whenever you want, so that's
Not fair.
quite
It's
handy.
fun. It is a fun game. I recommend everyone play it. If you got Windows 10, you can play it on Windows 10. If you got an Xbox, play it on the Xbox. It's actually worth having an Xbox for because the Xbox is dirt cheap, so you can get Xbox for.
And I think you get the game for free with Game
Yeah.
Pass on
Yep.
it. Yep.
Like so.
And I think then you could actually through the Game Pass on PC.
Yeah, so
It's
if you
got-
buy Game Pass, even before Game Pass was really out on PC, like when they initially kind of announced it was going to be a thing, Sea of Thieves was instantly included, which is how a lot of my friends were playing it. They were like, oh, it's on the Windows 10 store, Game Pass is a thing, will it work for me if I have it? So I was like, well, yeah, it's cross-platform, so if you own it on one, you've got it on.
Yeah.
So that's how people were playing it.
Yeah.
That's how DeWald's playing it, I think. Didn't you play it through Game Pass? Or
No,
did you
I
actually
just
buy
bought the game.
Yeah, see, I bought
It was
it as
on
well.
sale, so I bought it for
Oh, fair enough.
25 quid, I think. It was
Yeah, I might
worth
pay
the
full
money.
price for mine. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I've sunk loads of hours into it. I don't think how many.
Mhm.
Like I said, I've reached level 40 twice, so it's like...
If anyone wants to try it, just literally pony up the cost of Game Pass for a month. Which
Yeah.
is, 10 or 15 quid or something like that.
I can't see many people disliking it, to be honest. If you picked it up, like... Yeah, I mean, it kind of appeals to a wide audience, doesn't it? It's not one of those games that's niche. Like, if you pick it up and play it, you're probably going to have some kind of fun with it.
Yeah.
Especially with mates.
It's worth it.
Marvellous. Zaber, what have you been playing?
I've actually been playing a driving game lately.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah. I'm actually a really big fan of the old, none of the new though, but the old Burnout games.
Oh,
good
cool,
games.
yeah.
Yeah, I love those. I played them so much and I love them. So I've been playing a game called Dangerous Driving.
Right.
And it's actually made by some of the people that made the Burnout games.
Oh, nice.
And it's in the same style as the old ones. None of this fucking, free driving around in a town to figure out where the next race is. No. You just pick a race, you race.
Yeah.
That's it. You wreck shit.
Well, it should
It's
be.
awesome. So I've been playing that. I've actually been playing it with my daughter. So that's really awesome. So she got really into it as well. And yeah, that's really good.
Is she learning to drive yet?
Not IRL, she's not old enough, but yeah, in that game she drives, yeah.
Yeah. So
There you go.
the
She-
setting
that's-
up ready
she's
for
gonna-
first
oh, yeah,
driving
yeah,
Take
lesson.
her skills from the game to real life. It's going to be great.
Her
It's gonna
poor
work
instructor's going to be terrified.
My favourite game actually is a racing game.
Huh?
I think yours is as well, isn't it?
Mm.
My favourite game is Outrun 2, which is a racing
Outrun
game.
2 is
Isn't
alright.
yours Super Hang-On?
Oh, I
one of
love
your top
Hang-On.
games.
Jesus Christ, I love the Hang-On games, the earlier Outrun games, F-Zero, AX.
What do you mean the earlier ones? There's nothing wrong with Outrun 2. Outrun 2 is brilliant.
Oh no, that's fine, but I mean, like, one of my favourite, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Outrun was my favourite game.
Yeah.
Like, hands down,
Outrun
bar
is a
none.
very good game.
It's really...
You haven't played the second one, have you?
No, we've got it on the PlayStation.
You need to
No,
play it. It's
we
brilliant.
had it on the PlayStation 2 upstairs, but then my neighbours were whiny little bitches, and we had to take apart the stream room. So wherever my PlayStation 2 is right now, it's on there.
I think it's in there.
Oh, excellent! Well, we have it on the PlayStation 2 that's in the cupboard next to me that I forgot about.
You need to play it. It's a good game. Very
I'll have
good
to
game.
take a crack at it. And let's be fair, Hang On and Super Hang On are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, there's actually a game that came out on Dreamcast and a remaster that came out on all these other platforms, right? It's absolutely brilliant. Hang On, with an arcade and RPG tied into it, Shenmue 1. It's fucking brilliant. The fact that they tied in an
Never heard of that game.
entire RPG to my favourite game, brilliant.
When me
The
and
whole
Nicola,
Yakuza
we played
series
through
tied into
Shenmue,
Hang On as well.
We played the shit out of that.
Fucking
Yeah,
Hang
yeah,
On's
yeah.
amazing. If there was one thing that was going to get me, like if Inky was going to divorce me over like something, I'd be like, I'm going to get an F-Zero cabinet to put in my house and a Hang On cabinet. I was like, well, where's the living room? Arcade.
It's a bit Danny's already talked about divorce.
Yeah, there you go.
What's going on there?
Hey, we've already started putting in bets. People are already putting in bets. So, it's all
Got a
good.
pool going.
We have a chest full of it.
Yeah, we've got a chest full of bets. So, but I can't open the chest for another 4 years to find out when everyone said it was going to be. So, place your bets.
There you go.
Place your bet? No.
Place your bet. Whoever gets closest wins a meal of Bard.
Yeah, it's going to be great. That's if we haven't buried Bard by
If I'm still alive,
We'll dig him up specifically for
We'll
that.
dig him up just for the meal.
eat with my skeleton.
You can choose between KFC, McDonald's, or Weatherspoons.
Weatherspoons? Oh my god. Alright.
Some people have low expectations.
Yeah, I mean, who'd want to eat with me? That's low expectations right there. Oh, wait, you're referring to the places.
Wait, so was that on Xbox, PC?
That's on Xbox, yeah.
Cool.
There's a few kinks with that game though, with
Right.
dangerous driving.
Whips and chains.
Huh?
Whips and chains.
Yeah, whips and chains. Yeah.
Ball gags.
Yeah. Dildos.
Yeah.
That's like Saints Row all over again.
Yeah. But no.
I
There's
was
some
hoping that
graphical-
someone would have got us a replica penetrator for our wedding gift. Yeah, that's it, a giant, like 6 foot tall baseball bat dildo.
But no, there's some graphical issues with that game.
Alright.
So specifically when you drive through tunnels,
Right.
it feels like it's lagging.
Okay.
So all of a sudden you're let's say you have a rival right next to you and you're like racing in the tunnel, and it starts lagging. All of a sudden they're just like
Oh, sure.
150
Right, yeah.
meters
All
ahead
of a
of
sudden
you.
they skip ahead.
Yeah.
Reverse for abandon.
And it
Yeah,
feels
that's
like
it.
the frame rate really drops like a lot, so it's hard. Sometimes you crash because of it.
Oh, sure.
How
diff-
weird, that's the tunnel that causes that, not the
Exactly.
big open area.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
the
exactly.
big-
There's something
the
weird
low
with that.
render
You're in,
area.
a, you're in an
How many
enclosed
polygons
space.
that tunnel got?
It's the most realistic
that
part of the
said-
game.
Yeah, but with that said, it's a really cheap game. Like it's not nowhere near as expensive as the Burnout games were. The Driving Dangerous is one of the newest ones. It's the newest one they've made. They've actually made 3 games. There's another series before. I just can't remember what that's called. But that same what's that distributor? Is that what's it called?
Developer?
Developer, yeah. Has made 2 other games before that. I just can't remember. But what is not in this game that is normally in the old Burnout games? Remember in the Burnout, you guys played that, right?
Yeah.
Where they had that crash thing where you had to fly over a ramp or whatever
Yeah.
and into the freeway and devastate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not in here.
Oh, it's
But
one
it
of the
seems
most
like
fun
it-
bits in Burnout.
Yeah, that was really fun, right? But that seems like there's something like that in the other 2 games. I just haven't tried them yet.
Oh, okay.
So might look out driving dangerous driving and just
If you
see
find
what
that,
the-
you're bound to find the other game.
look at what
We'll-
the
we'll
developer
put
has.
links-
I think they only have that 3.
Yeah,
those
I'll
3
put
games.
I'll put links to the show notes in the
alright.
I just want to
description.
quickly throw out there because you said you don't like the newer Burnout games. I actually quite enjoyed Burnout Paradise just because I could drive around just aimlessly. I didn't have to do missions. if
Oh, I
didn't want
hated
to.
that because that's not it. It wasn't Need for Speed. It
Yeah,
was
sure,
it was
sure.
Burnout. So therefore,
Well, yeah, but
it
that's
wasn't
what
the
people.
same.
That's
I have
what
to
people
admit, that's why I
complain
like
about.
Outrun, because Outrun does feel very much like you're just going for a drive.
Yeah. That was my main groove with Paradise was just right, you're right. It's not Need for Speed, but still, I just like going around to cruise.
Yeah,
cruise
See,
around
but
the
that was my biggest growth with Paradise, because when you buy the Burnout franchise, you want to have mayhem. You want to just press a button and be in the middle of smashing everything.
Yeah.
You don't want to drive around town trying to figure out where the next race is
Yeah.
and waste a lot of time with
Pull
that.
over, get your map
Yeah.
out.
Oh, now
Yeah.
I have a house with a garage and whatnot. Who cares? That's not what that franchise is all
Although
about.
in fairness, you say that I really quite enjoyed playing Forza Horizon 4, and that was just because I like to dick around driving around the map, just picking a random shitty ass car
yeah.
and just driving around.
But I mean that.
piling
There's a
off-
place for games like that.
Yeah.
I think there's a place for games where you just click a button and you're in the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pick up and play, have a race. Like,
Yeah, that's what Burnout has always been to me. I've played them all.
Mhm.
So since the classic, I'm a fucking nerd when it comes to Burnout. I've played through the whole lot.
Marvelous.
ironically, he doesn't get burned out on Burnout. Can play it forever.
I can play forever.
Forever.
Awesome game. But yeah, it's really hard though. That driving, dangerous driving, really hard game. Way harder than the Burnout games were.
Might have to pick it up.
Yeah, and it's rather cheap. I've got it on sale though. A couple of 3 weeks back, I think.
If it's on Steam, I'll grab it.
It's on the Xbox. It might be on PC as well. I don't know. Yeah.
Have a look.
Let's have a look. Cool.
Yeah.
What? Skazz.
Nothing.
Groom.
Because I've been preparing to get married, so nothing.
He's been playing the game of life.
Yeah,
I
basically.
saw you stream a guitar today.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't stream it today. I haven't streamed yet.
Have you not?
No, I haven't streamed
So
yet.
what was like playing earlier? So I wanted to do this, or what was like playing around earlier?
Oh no, because I play bass every day. I play
okay.
bass or guitar every day just because I'm OCD and the games have a counter in them. And so if you miss a day, it misses the consecutive times you've played the game.
Okay.
So it's like, I have to keep the number going forwards if not I lose my
I
mind.
know.
I've missed it once and I just want to snap my console in half. I was just like, fuck!
My every day my watch pings at me and says, "Well done, you've got a new longest move streak because I've kept moving for so long, and it's going into days now."
So now you're
And
sitting there
now, no, I was like, I thought I can never be ill. I've always said to my friend, if I get put in a coma, someone take my watch, because I'll be really annoyed if I went from the coma and I look at my watch. It's like, you've lost your longest move streak. I would be very annoyed.
God damn. God damn. But no, that's why I was playing that. I play Rocksmith every day, but I don't consider that a game. That's just
It's a training tool.
yeah. I'm fratting around with my bass guitar.
Yeah. So what will you be playing today then?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the only
There
thing.
must be a wedding simulator game you could play.
God, that'd be. In fairness, my wedding was not.
I'm
Standard
googling that.
fare
There's got to
by
be. There'll be
any
some
stretch.
indie game that's done it. I'm
I mean,
sure.
let's be fair. How many people tend to just stand there and laugh and take the piss at their own wedding?
There's actually.
Probably more than I think.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
most like weddings that I go to, people are usually like really rigid.
I bet there's a hentai wedding game.
There's a lot of videos on YouTube
100%.
with the exactly
Fair,
that, yeah, and grooms that faint and all these
That's
kind of
brutal.
things. Yeah.
The scariest thing for me when I got there was like, hang on a minute, shit, me and Inky are wearing the same ring, just in different sizes.
We're about to say the same outfit.
Yeah, well, we are, yeah. Well, I was gonna wear,
Nikki, I told you I was wearing a black dress. What are you doing?
no, she was wearing a black dress, so I was going to wear a white suit. But
There we go. My perfect wedding planner, Dole Divine. There you go.
there we go.
Sorted
I'm going to
out.
have to pick it up and play that.
That's
But,
what I'm playing this afternoon.
No, the only other thing I've probably played that I haven't mentioned already, because I played more of Final Fantasy VIII, and I just found that I couldn't be asked to save.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
It's the worst of.
That 9, in my opinion, is the worst.
Oh, hell
of the-
no, I
of
like
the
9.
PS1 series. Fucking
Nah,
9
9
sucks.
is my favourite of the PS1.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
hated
like
that
that.
one.
9 is my favourite PS1. 7 is my second favourite PS1. 8 is definitely my least favourite.
That's the one I love. 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that goes 8, 7, 9 for me. Although, admittedly,
It goes 7 for me.
7, just 7. The characters are pretty weak in 8 from time to time, but I prefer.
Yeah, that was what put me off about it. I didn't like any of the characters. That's
Yeah.
one reason I didn't like 8. Yeah.
But then I absolutely hate
Actually,
it.
no, it's not true. There's one character in 8 I really like, and he should have been the protagonist, and that's Laguna. Every time he gets to play as Laguna, it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah,
And then you go back to City Boy Squall, and I'm just like, don't
Yeah.
care. Run with
Yeah.
Laguna the whole time.
Yeah, I like the Laguna bit.
He's,
Well,
I
Laguna
think
is-
he's probably one of the best characters in Final Fantasy, actually. Even though I don't like 8 at all, Laguna is...
So what is it that you don't like?
I don't like the party, I don't really like the story.
I like the junction
Um,
system. I'm going to throw that out there. I like that.
Yeah, that didn't put me off. I know it put a lot of people off, but yeah, no, I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And playing his bits probably made me dislike it more because I really enjoyed his bits
Yeah.
and didn't enjoy the bits
No,
I was playing in
I
school.
get the groove.
I would have liked to have been him more and experiencing his story more because I liked him and I was like, he's interesting.
Yeah.
I want to see this dude succeed. With Squall, I'm just like, I don't even feel even remotely attached to this character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you
That's probably why I
realise.
like 9 because Zidane is quite a similar character to Laguna. They're both kind of outgoing characters.
I hated 9 so much.
Yeah, I just tend to like those characters a bit more.
Sure. I mean, in fairness, when you realise that 8 and 9 were being developed side by side,
Yeah.
and you realise that 8 was kind of the budget title of the two, I mean,
Despite its amazing CGI for the time.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
had I think that's one of the first games where I remember being blown away by FMV and thinking
yeah,
that is
it's
beautiful.
absolutely gorgeous stuff, and in some cases it does still hold up.
Yeah.
The remaster, they've done beautiful reworks of the character textures. Just shamefully they haven't managed to do it with any of the other textures because rumour has it they lost the code
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it's kind of a bizarre mishmash of PlayStation 1 and PC. It's fun, some of the characters do still annoy me.
It's
but
definitely not a bad game. Like it's my one of my least favourite Final Fantasy games, but I don't think there's any Final Fantasy game I would call bad that I can think of out of the main series anyway.
yeah.
No, I like most of them.
Well, I will toss out there that fuck Final Fantasy Grandy is better. So.
Oh, I prefer Grandia to Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Everyone does. And if they don't, they're wrong.
I think Skies of Arcadia is probably my favourite one of the JRPGs.
Or Sky Pirates.
Or Suikoden 2, but I think maybe Sky's just a little bit more.
I never finished Arcadia.
No.
I never finished it.
Fantastic game.
I had it on Dreamcast and no, Inky had it on GameCube. I had it on Dreamcast.
GameCube version's got more in it. Sound quality isn't as good though.
Oh,
Weird.
fair.
Yeah, just doesn't sound as good on GameCube.
I have to see if I can emulate it.
Definitely worth playing through. It's very similar to Grandia actually. Makes me feel. I don't know. The combat system I remember being quite similar to Grandia.
Have you picked up the Grandia collection? I don't know. If it's
No, I will do though.
I picked it up on Switch.
Yeah, both Grandia games are good.
Anyway, only other game that I've actually realistically played recently is Monopoly.
Oh yeah.
Computer or board?
Monopoly on Nintendo Switch. So a couple of weeks ago we played an actual board game of Monopoly.
Why? Who
Because-
who hurt you?
Well, what can I say?
Well,
I was held at. I've been held up and.
Why would you want to paint yourself?
Because
like
other
this?
people were getting drunk and I don't drink, and so it's like we need something to do. So a board game came out, and Norwich Monopoly happened to be that, and I fucking hate the city of Norwich, what made it even worse for me.
That's two terrible things in one. Like.
Well, the thing is, it was hilarious because people keep trying to bargain with you. Like, no, just fuck off. I'm not giving you my shit.
I'm hoping that one of the little figures is the puppet man.
No, no, it's not. That's sad. But then we decided we were gonna, that was the other night, wasn't it? We were like, well, fuck it, let's take a crack at the
Yeah, I saw you had it
Monopoly
installed, so let's give it a shot.
And people told me when that game came out on Nintendo Switch, it was horrible. Like there was really brutal load times, and that by the time you got the game set up, by the time the game loaded up, you could have actually set up an actual Monopoly board game 5 times. So I was like, well, this is gonna be crap. Then when we played it, they must have patched up or whatever. It wasn't that bad. However, we weren't playing with AI, so I don't know if that's one of the things they factor in. But it was strangely fun, and my God, we streamed it. We were in stitches. We played for 2 hours. There were people fucking watching it.
Yeah.
And we're all crying, laughing within
We've got to
half
play
an
a
hour.
virtual board game. We need to get on Armello again.
I love
That's a
Armello.
great
That's on
game.
Switch. I need to
Yeah.
get it on Switch.
Bonus info: we were tired at the time, insanely tired. So maybe.
Well, that hasn't
overly
changed
tired.
over the last few days, has it?
Tiredness
I know.
creates good things. We remember Space Barbarian fondly.
I still have that file where we were first talking about Space.
The thing is, I don't remember discussing Space Marine, but I have listened to the podcast, so I know it happened. But I don't
We
remember.
know what
it.
happens, he just doesn't remember.
It was a
what
fever
happened.
dream.
It's like I remember getting back at about 7 a.m. that morning after an all-nighter and thinking, did that happen? Did we really discuss that? And then he said, then Luke sent the podcast through, and I was like, oh yes, we did. Yeah.
Brian Blessed is Space Barbarian with Carl Pilkington as the evil
Warwick
wizard.
Davis is his sidekick.
That was definitely one. Yeah, that's a podcast you listen to and you think, what were these guys on? The answer is lack of sleep.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to get a cheap high, don't sleep. If you ever want to if you ever want to really enjoy life, just hang
I
out
don't
with
know,
your mates.
it's horrible
and
when
don't
you're on your own, but when you're with your mates,
Yeah,
being
just-
stupidly tired is amazing. Like,
because
Particularly if you start drinking lots of sugar.
you talk shit constantly. It's great.
we do that anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. Also, just another note. It's not quite a board game, and I know you don't like it, Bard. Right? I really want to play Neverwinter Nights Enhanced on Nintendo Switch.
Oh no, I like Neverwinter Nights. I just didn't like. Oh yeah, the enhanced version. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the actual original is
I
fine.
love the original.
The only thing I don't like about the enhanced version is fucking Beamdog made it, and they change everything in their games. It's like, no, just redo the original. We don't want your added shitty fucking NPC characters that they've made. Or we want my crap characters to join your party. Like, fuck off. I was actually going to say, one of the things that killed Kingmaker for me, that Pathfinder game I was talking about, one of the things I really didn't like is some fucking Muppet paid, they did a Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
Some Muppet he paid $4 fucking grand, yeah, to have a quest in the game, and he made it all about his OC do not steal fucking character from D&D, and it's horrible. You just run around with this pirate guy that you can't fucking kill, and he's a massive dickhead, and it's just like, at least let me kill him. Like,
don't you like to play pirate guys?
yeah, but I like pirate guys that aren't dickheads.
I think you're a pirate guy. You got the game. I'm just
All of
wondering
my
if
pirate
maybe,
guys are generally.
maybe were you drunk one night?
All of my pirate guys are generally pretty amicable. This
but-
guy's a massive douche.
Were you incredibly drunk one night and somehow lost $4,000?
And you found, and you got an email about saying thank you for submitting your homebrew campaign to us. We'll incorporate it.
Because my homebrew campaign would have been drunk and amazing. Like, it wouldn't have been like anything like this.
It's
Like,
not
go
really
on,
funny. We're going to take one of Bard's campaigns from the book and be like, dude, this is word for word the same thing.
go on a drinking quest, like The Witcher 2, like,
What's the
yeah.
point? I really wish they'd release Witcher 1 and 2, because they've done like enhanced versions of Witcher 1 and 2, haven't they, or remakes of
think
them.
so.
I wish they'd put those on Nintendo Switch as
But, I
well.
mean, Neverwinter Nights though is worth playing.
Yeah.
Like, well worth
Well,
playing.
I want to play it through again.
It's nowhere near as good as Baldur's Gate though. It was and it wasn't as good as some of the later games that came out. But I think Neverwinter Nights is where BioWare for me started to die. Like,
maybe. I don't know, there's just something about Neverwinter that just has always clicked for me.
oh yeah, well no, Neverwinter itself, like the stories and stuff are good. Like and the
That's
background with Lord Nasher and the
Me and you
Yorn
got
and all
into
that.
the Raiders beta for the MMO just so we
So
could
we
get
were
into
talking
it.
about that earlier.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. That's actually one of the better MMOs I've tried besides World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of them, that's one of the games that stuck with me since.
Absolutely brilliant game, and they fucking shut it down.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got into the game so we
Oh
could
God, I
get
would
access.
have enjoyed playing that by the sounds of it.
We got into the game to get into Neverwinter's beta, and then we never actually played Neverwinter's beta.
I did.
Oh, did you?
that must have been a while back then.
Oh yeah,
Because
long.
I was in Neverwinter's beta.
I was still
No,
living
I
in-
wasn't a beta in Neverwinter. I played Neverwinter when it very first came out.
I was still living in
Um,
Norwich at the time.
Damn.
So it was a
Did you
long-
not play Neverwinter with me?
No, I think I have played Neverwinter with
Yeah,
you,
I
but
was gonna
one,
say, I thought
I
you
didn't
did.
play in the beta.
Not in
even
the
though I
beta,
paid to
no.
get into it.
I did. I went into the beta on that. I played it a whole lot.
Just to be clear here, Neverwinter and Neverwinter Nights are two totally different games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neverwinter's an MMO, and Neverwinter Nights is tabletop styley, Baldur's Gate-y.
Yeah.
Not even same universe, right?
No, it's same
Yeah,
universe.
same
Alright,
universe.
Alright.
But one's an MMO and the other one's more like an RPG, like
Yeah.
a single player RPG.
Top down, like a nice size.
Isometric.
Yeah.
You roll your character up. D&D stuff basically.
Yeah.
Turn based.
No, it's real time, but it can sort of be turn based.
One of the things can I start there? One of the things I really liked about Neverwinter Nights back in the day was just that you had Questmaker in it.
Yeah, and
You
it was
could-
really good.
yeah,
Playing
you
that
could-
online was amazing because
you
people
could
could
make
DM online.
Yeah, and that's what I really enjoyed because it was Dungeons and Dragons, but on my computer
Yeah.
I could just sit there and actually play it.
I'm gonna
play
say though,
Quest
did you see the gameplay video for Baldur's Gate 3?
No.
The Divinity team have basically made the new Baldur's Gate. It looks fucking amazing.
I might have to
Really
look into
good. Yeah.
So
I've
you're
heard
talking about
some,
a
I've heard some
questmaker for
complaints
that,
about
yeah.
it.
So-
Some
so
people
people
play
make
that that's
quests
now
for it?
turn-based.
They can do that.
Yeah,
in-
even
in
though
normal ones too.
D&D is turn
really?
In the
based.
normal one, yeah.
I know. I thought it was stupid.
I
Because
think
you
they're
can play that
complaining
one on
because
the
they're
Xbox,
thinking
can't
of the old Baldur's
Yes,
Gate
but I haven't
game.
Which
tried
was-
it, though.
I'm
it
going to
was
try it.
real time, but you could pause it. couldn't
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
and issue commands, where that's just turn-based only.
Yeah, which is what D&D is like. And Baldur's Gate 3, technically, it's not like a new Baldur's Gate game like the old Baldur's Gate games. It's a D&D game running on the 5e system in Baldur's Gate City, which is what Baldur's Gate is.
I might have
So,
to actually get Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
3
Gate is based
Stadia.
on free edition, or third edition. wasn't
the
it?
games ran on 2nd edition.
Well, they second edition.
Yeah. Yeah, then 3.5 came out around the same sort of time, but the games were based around the 2nd edition.
Was Neverwinter still in second edition, or was that 3? So
That was 3.5.
Yeah, I thought it was 3.5.
Neverwinter. That's why you had more feats and stuff to play with, which you didn't have in Baldur's
I
Gate.
played Neverwinter Nights 2. I
I-
hated Neverwinter Nights 2.
Yeah, Neverwinter Nights was crap.
I
Nowhere near
have
as good
I
as it
have
was.
Neverwinter Nights
I-
1
I'd
until
say-
on nearly every
What
platform.
I really hated about I hated the voice acting,
Yeah,
because like the first guy you meet is like your
His dad,
his
isn't it?
dad's,
the
and
elf.
it's elf, but he's got like the most strongest like American accent you've ever heard. It just zoomed me straight out of it. It's like I think I literally got. I don't think I got. I pushed myself about 6 hours that game. I was like, I can't be bothered to do this
It wasn't
anymore.
very good.
You know what? I think I'm going to actually do that. I'm going to play Neverwinter Enhanced. It's going to be the next thing I play.
There we go.
There you go.
Join that later for Fantasy
Make sure you
Special.
find the
Neverwinter
Beamdog
Nights.
characters, don't kill them for me.
Well,
I'll
it's
find
just
those
the
out
one
for you. As soon as you meet them in the game,
you
you
just
work
want your
them out.
phone.
Alright.
Neverwinter Nights Enhanced. I've actually got it on my.
I've never
on my phone.
tried any of the other games, Baldur's games.
Baldur's
Gate.
Yeah, I've never tried that stuff.
They're on Xbox as well.
Yeah, but they were different games, weren't they? But they were still.
No, I mean
yeah.
the enhanced versions.
Oh.
I think they might actually be on.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I
What,
think they might consoleise them.
Really? That doesn't.
Well, because
surprise
you got to
me.
think they'll never
Yeah.
to consoleise Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah, it doesn't work, but
You know,
yeah.
but they have. They have.
Yeah.
I've got. If I knew on my phone was, I've got Neverwinter Nights on my phone. I just haven't actually launched it yet because the idea of tapping through menus that are like that big. I'm like,
Yeah,
what am I doing, mate? Assign skill points.
it's a game that's made for a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, that's it.
Right. Well, I've been playing. You know when you like see a game and you list, you think, oh, I got that recently. I better get around to playing that. It's not that. It's not. Do you think it's not the newest of games? But I'll play that.
Yeah.
I really fancy it. So, I put a game up, and then as it loaded, I was a bit shocked because it said copyright 2011. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh,
That's-
that one.
Oh, I thought it was quite a new game. So
I forgot about that one.
I also thought it was a new game. I thought it came out last. Like, if you'd asked me when it came out, I said about 2016.
Roll.
But it's 2011. Yeah, yeah. I'm playing Dead Island.
oh
Oh
god.
Jesus Christ, that's ancient.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a good
2011.
game. It's a good game though.
Now, yes,
Now,
I,
can I just start there? Dead Island. The first time I played Dead Island was for the game streaming,
yeah.
right? Gaikai, which it became Sony's PlayStation Now streaming service. One of the games they had in their testing phases was Dead Island. So the first time I'd ever played Dead Island was on the Gaikai streaming service.
So I'm
and it
playing.
played.
I'm playing the definitive edition, which
Okay.
was with all the upgraded graphics, all the DLCs, all there and so forth. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. First thing I'm going to say about it: voice acting is horrendous. I mean, I'm playing. I none of them are particularly good. I picked as my character because she has guns. The female like ex-cop who has like a specialist in firearms. I picked her, but her voice acting is absolutely atrocious. Every character you meet has got terrible, atrocious. It's set on this island near Australia, like sort of resorty island, or island's got a big resort on
It's
it.
the one that everyone got really upset about because you see a kid get killed or something like that in there. Or was it the kid attacks the parent or something?
Oh,
like
no,
that?
there's a trailer where the chap rescues the kid and the kid attacks the parent. Yeah. But yeah, everybody just says, bloody hell, mate, bloody hell, mate, mate,
Oh,
mate,
shit,
mate,
mate.
shrimp on a Barbie, mate, bloody hell.
like
It's all that
Cold
basically.
blimey,
And
it's
it's,
like, that's not a thing.
yeah, it's all like that. It's like, this is made by people have watched Neighbours once. And are writing-
We've watched Neighbours and Home and Away.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the worst thing I've ever said on. My ass is killing me.
Also,
It's the worst thing I've ever said on. My ass.
But other than that, other than the voice acting though, I've been really enjoying it. Hack and slashy, smash zombies up with. I've got a sickle now. I've only about sort of 10 hours in
You
probably.
say I'm only about 10 hours in. Good job.
Yeah. Well, smash up something.
I want you to play, actually, Ram, just interrupting, as soon as you're playing Dead Island, I want you to try Zombie.
Oh, right.
On,
Oh, the Wii one.
well, the one that's on
Wii U
Wii
one.
U, yeah, but to play it on PC, it's not as good.
Is it on PC?
Yeah, it's on PC.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just called Zombie.
Oh, I didn't even realise that it come out on PC.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
interesting.
It's better on Wii U because it was
Made
designed.
with that in
Yeah, it
mind.
was designed with the gamepad in mind. But I mean, you can get it for about a penny.
Oh, okay,
And
there you go.
it's still a pretty fun game
Yeah.
because it's based in London and London's gone to shit, and that's like it's come out of one of my dream
It's like
journals.
actual
It's
London.
getting more and more accurate
Yeah.
as
That's
every day
So,
marches
look,
on.
Everyone's dead in London. All right, I'm there.
Thanks, Boris.
Everyone's undead.
So yeah, I'm loving the environment. It's an environment that you don't see very often, like sort of a resort type environment. You don't see it very often in games. I was trying to wrap around. I'm sure someone out there has done it before, but I can't think off the top of my head. But it's a nice environment. It's nice and big and open. I was surprised actually how open it is. I just had the staff at the graphics. So it's a really nice little place to wander around and talk around and feel around. The combat's really nice and when you smash like limbs off the zombies and so forth, it's really meaty.
It's proper aggressive, isn't
But
it?
I do wonder if I'm going to get bored of that at some point. If it's just doing the same hack slash, I'm going to get bored of
10
it.
hours in,
No.
you're wondering if you're going to get bored.
I might do. I've been told it's about 50 hours long. I'm not sure how true that is.
I don't remember it being.
You get more powerful enemies later on.
Yeah.
Alright.
So.
It's gonna, and also you upgrade your arsenal of weapons.
Yeah,
different
I
ways
have
of dismay. It's so satisfying, that game.
I'll
So
keep
satisfying.
going at it. I've also well, actually that's interesting you say about the upgrade enemies, because that's one thing I still find a little bit weird, because the enemies level with you.
Yeah, they do.
But it means you never. It's like when you go back to say when you have to go back to one of the earlier areas and all the enemies have just leveled up with you. It doesn't feel like that moment where usually in games where you go to an area and the enemies are leveled higher than you, and as you get up you get better. You then get back to the early areas and you just absolutely dominate everything. There's that little thrill of nothing can touch me, and you just like
You've been robbed of that.
Yeah, I have been. I was like, I would kind of like to have gone back to them. Now I'm level like.
See, that
12
breaks
and-
games for me when that kind of stuff happens. But then, I mean,
Yeah.
well, as you get better, as you become like a more experienced adventurer or whatever in games, when you go back and you start taking on peasants with
Sticks.
yeah, it's like,
Sticks.
oh look, there, legendary sword, you're all been cut in half. That's what you expect to happen.
Yeah.
And then when all of a sudden the guy with the stick starts fucking running you through, like,
his health is
"Fucking
much.
hell,
It's
mate."
like, oh, that's a bit.
All of a sudden the peasants are now fully armed. And you're like,
It's a mystery. I mean, it keeps the challenge going
Yeah.
all the time. It's in that respect, but it just all feels a little bit. Oh, I wish
it's
I
like
was.
the old Elder Scrolls stuff when they started scaling stuff, and then you're like, hang
But
on a minute.
Elder Scrolls did lock the areas though, didn't they? As you went into an area, that was then level to you, but then it was locked permanently for that rest of the game. When you went back to it, it'd still be that level where
Actually,
you
I
reached
don't
in.
remember that.
That's how I remember it working. So you go, which is why you can have situations where you'd have somewhere which is like really high, and then you'd have like surrounded by low areas, because you obviously walked for the lower level areas first, activated them, and then went to the high layer on, went back in high level. So you end up with some weird stuff like that. This one doesn't. It's just they're all leveled. So yeah, it's got vehicles that you can drive, which doesn't work very well. It's got WASD steering. WASD steering.
Yeah, you could drive in it.
Yeah, you could drive in. Not very. There's not a lot of places to
I
drive.
loved it.
Right?
I remember. I don't know if they changed anything.
Well, I don't, because I've not played the first version. I've only played the finished version. It looks very pretty. From what I understand, graphically, it's a lot improved. I've
Alright.
seen a few comparisons. Just like the water effects are a lot more in depth.
Have they made a definitive edition for the second one as well?
I've actually released the second one yet. I don't think the first one had been released yet.
Yeah,
Huh?
there's a second one.
Riptide?
No. There's a Dead Island 2, which I don't think has been released yet. Riptide, I think, was something separate.
Alright.
So there was
That one sucked though.
there is a Dead Island 2 coming out.
Oh.
Yeah, alright.
I saw-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
definitely
Riptide, that one.
I don't know about Riptide.
I
I thought Riptide, I'll be honest with you, I thought Riptide was DLC for Dead Island 1.
No.
That was
It was
separate,
a
was it?
standalone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem I had with it, I had streamed the first one with my friend Carno, and that game was great, the first one. And then we got Riptide. I think I bought Carno that game, and then showed that we could stream that one as well, Riptide. And they'd made the most terrible port of that game to PC.
No,
You couldn't play it. It was unplayable.
do you know if they've improved the port at all, or?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Didn't they do a definitive of...
Yeah, if they've
Riptide
done
as
that, if
Must
they've done that
have,
on
well
Riptide, then it's probably fixed.
It always amazes me when companies like they do the first game perfectly, port it across, it all works fine, and they just second game absolutely fuck it up. Like, how?
Because they
There was
gave us
issues
intro.
with the first one as well. At the beginning, at launch, they had a
Did it?
terrible. Yeah.
Because this plays. I mean,
But this wasn't at
yeah.
launch. We bought.
I mean, it
Riptide.
has got its few bugs in it, but it is a game from 2011, so you sort of expect the odd. Even then, having the odd bug in there wasn't unusual, so it's still
Yeah.
kind of cool. But
I remember people going apeshit about the first game when it came out on PC. So
I don't remember the... So like I said, I played it on a live streaming service, so...
Yeah.
It was 9 years ago. I can't remember.
I can.
but I was going to say, I must get around to playing that. It's like, oh my god, that was released nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Good times.
Yeah. It's like, but yeah, it's I think it still graphically still holds up quite well today. Even for a 9-year-old game, it still holds up nicely.
I
So
To try the definitive edition if it's better looking in graphics.
I think
Would
it's
you-
actually on the
Would you-
Switch
In
as
the
well.
last 10 years, graphics haven't really changed as drastically as they had years prior.
They're
have
more
they?
stylised
Yeah.
now, but...
no, I think they are starting to push that every new sort of incremental upgrades getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I mean, you
Yeah.
compare like PS1 to PS2 jump, then PS2 to PS3, then PS3 and PS4. It's better, but it's not a bigger jump as I'd say from PS2
Higher
to PS3.
resolution, higher frame rate.
Yeah, but like the graphics themselves kind of look similar, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to
It's
sort
not
of...
the
There
jump.
are a few games out there though that do stand out where they've done a few.
But those are people who have really eked out everything the hardware can possibly.
Oh yeah. I mean, Detroit Become Human. I think that game looks absolutely stunning.
That's the one by the guys who did Heavy Rain, right?
I don't know.
Yes,
It's the robot one. I want to play it, but I haven't played that one yet.
David
Oh, that's
Cage.
absolutely. Me and my daughter went through that. Absolutely, one of the best games I ever played.
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you.
A David Cage
Right.
game. That'll be interesting. We'll have to play it together. We'll all play it together.
Oh God, I'll be like.
And then we can see
And
Skazz
it's really good.
reactions.
It's one of those games
Right.
where you make choices and
Yeah. All
it
you're
changes the
gonna
outcome
hear-
of the game.
Or you're
But
gonna
proper
hear the-
changes, not like.
Oh, yeah, you
not
can
like,
actually
not
kill
like
somebody.
not like telltale changes.
Well,
No,
it's-
you can kill
if
some of
you've
the
ever
key
played
people.
Heavy Rain on PlayStation 3, same groove, and even during that, I was like,
I didn't play Heavy Rain, but I did play Fahrenheit.
I just
on
like making the
PlayStation
guy
2.
shout his son's name repeatedly.
Jason. Was it Jason?
Jason!
Fucking. Oh, that game's made me want.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah. That game's made me want to punch someone in the fucking head. Then when you start making producers, oh, it's come true. Oh, what do you know? Great rating. Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't very well written.
No. Everyone loved it. Oh, great game. It's like, okay.
Have you guys never played a point and click before? Like,
Yeah.
If you play Fahrenheit, which obviously the same guy, same developers, the tutorial is the head developer actually in the game explaining to you how the game works. And it's really weird because he's like this little French guy explaining to you, and he's in obviously a French accent, explaining to you how the game works. It's just really weird. Like, I've actually got the main developer of the game talking, telling me how to play it. It felt very strange. I quite like Fahrenheit though. I've seen my mother sister played Troy Become Human. They liked it. I saw bits of it. I thought, oh, it looks like my sort of game, so I must pick it up.
not strange if you're playing some weird girlfriend simulator and the developer started talking to you. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Now, what I like to do here is right.
Rock 'em.
Anything from anybody else before we close off?
No.
No. Well, that's surprising me. We were saying I thought 4 people here would be here forever. That's surprising well. Well, thank you very much for listening / watching.
I'm hoping the audio worked. Did anyone actually check to see if the audio worked? It worked!
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Fine.
Oh yeah, I should have said this at the front. If the audio's been a bit jank in this, it's because we're sharing one small mic between 4 people at various distances.
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
Because I was a twat and for some reason I can't figure out where the hell I put the mic stands.
No, that is a bit of a problem. So, from me to Suffolk Graham,
From me, Bard.
Same old.
Skazius?
thank you for watching, and your normal show will resume in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So, until then, see you later.
Take care, guys.
Oh, now I've got to get up.
I could probably reach.
Oh no. Oh no, Ram, you're struggling.
Don't do it, Ram. Don't do it.
No, been cancelled. That's it. Right, that's it. You're all sacked. Get out.
I clicked it, it hasn't been highlighted.